homophobic because they
Well,
changed the tone of voice.
are you being homophobic?
What'd you say?
You said there was no tangible evidence of you being homophobic?
Yeah.
My argument wasn't I have evidence of something that we all agree is homophobic. My argument was we should define what he was doing as homophobic because it's using identity in an argument. But it's still silly. I mean, I'm not trying to claim I was right.
No, it's just like a way that I think a lot of gay men, they use their femininity or that kind of thing as like a weapon as opposed to being patronized for it their whole life. They start to use it as like as armor in some way.
I can understand why you'd want to do that, because if somebody's expressing to you via any number of different means that they feel sensitive about that, then, it makes it a good place to apply pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Do I ever stop smoking weed when I'm sleeping?
That's bad.
Thing is, regarding the blankies in general, I don't have any feeling that there's a compelling need to be rigorous in preventing people from being in here who are blank. But to the extent that such individuals are just being disruptive for the sake of being disruptive, then that's a different matter. And they shouldn't persist. And it's just because at that point they're only taking, right? That's the issue. As long as there's discourse, it's additive. It's not zero sum, it's additive. It may have zero sum, maybe comprised of a lot of zero sum moments. No, you're wrong about that point. No, I'm wrong about this point, whatever. But in general, it's additive in the sense that everybody benefits from it, and it's, to the extent that there are bad feelings, they're purposeful. They're designed, they're naturally occurring phenomena that people have a lot of bad feelings that naturally occur when they have wrongness within their heart. And wrongness within your heart results in wrongness in your argumentation. Or vice versa, it doesn't matter. Either way, the wrongness exists in the argumentation where it matters, and so they have to excise that from themselves. That can be a painful process. But the thing is, that's productive. That's productive pain. Just wasting everyone's time with your nonsense, that's not productive pain. He ran. Well, listen, Osiris, I already regret whoever, I think it was me who crowned you or somebody did, or I approved it anyway. Regardless, I already regret you having that. And
why?
But you're interested in using it. That's why.
I want to. Why not?
You shouldn't want to use power. You have to use power occasionally.
You can't say that to an ENTJ though.
Listen, ENTJ, I'll fix your wrongness too. Fucking authority is fucking stupid. Power is bad. Explain to me why ENTJ is so wrong about that.
What?
Explain to me why it is that ENTJs embrace the wrongness of hierarchy.
See, I wrote down I just quoted you and I wrote down my book. Exercise rawness from the heart. Eric
Excise.
Strauss.
Excise. EXCISE.
Exercise, right.
Yeah, exercise that wrongness.
Exercise rawness.
Got to build it up.
So explain to me what makes ENTJs like hierarchy and stupid shit like that.
Because it's fake power.
It's
And
SE.
they have some sort of
SENI.
obsession with fake power.
They have an obsession with action and change. They want to change the world, even sometimes when it's wrong.
Oh,
Audra, you're right completely. It's fake power. Explain.
It's fake power. It's constructed, and it's not wholly within their control, and therefore it's not real power.
so POTUS.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
The thing is,
I don't consider it real power unless it's,
POTUS.
to me, better power is power that is
Oh.
arises from that which you contain yourself,
Hold on.
not power that is imbued by some sort of external structure or authority or whatever. And also, in order for the power to be effective, like in order for it to be powerful, in order for it to make people do things or have effect, you have to have buy-in to the same structure that imbued you with the power. So it's actually it's transient. Like it's not
Susan,
consistent.
can't do it.
I agree with you. Yeah, Osiris, we can barely hear you.
Yep. Well, I don't even
Um,
know how to work my own computer.
I don't know what to tell you. I can just barely hear you. It's like you're whispering.
Hold on.
So,
Hold on.
what I would add to that notion is that good power is dark. That you're doing stuff for multiple reasons, knowing that it ripples out in certain directionalities and with certain manners of ripple, and trying to run that is interesting, difficult, impossible, but it's more like learning to nudge,
Any better?
rather than and realizing the power of nudges rather than fucking hitting things with hammers all the time. And no, I use that metaphor on my own style a lot in terms of hitting things with hammers. But I don't hit things with hammers. I never have to kick anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to. In my experience, I would say real power doesn't have to be obvious.
Kick me, fuck.
It can be a lot more subtle. And if you kind of understand it, you're going to be more subtle with it because you don't want to misuse it.
Right, and the displays of overt power have the function of, whether they're there for that purpose or not, they're the function of drawing attention away from the actual use of the power.
Yeah. There's had a thought and then I forgot it.
Well, I mean, power is a weird word to say as well because people tend to think of it in its most falsifiable form, wherein you have two things that are in direct conflict with each other and one wins and one loses. It's very falsifiable there as to who has the power. But that's just a part of the picture. And that event might mean lots of different things depending on how and when it occurs and how it's positioned. And the narrative after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more
Oh, I've got it.
observed properly than that.
There we go.
Oh, I can hear you.
Well, and
That
more
better?
of it, yeah. You're talking about just like a,
Normal.
direct, like, person-to-person conflict.
What?
So often the obvious winner is not necessarily
Susan, is that
the
better?
actual power
Is it?
in that
Better.
particular situation.
Right.
So, Because really, the best of they don't feel the need to exercise it for no reason.
Do it still sound like I'm whispering?
No, we can hear you now,
You're
buddy.
better.
What?
We can hear you better. Taylor has this book called Some 100 or whatever number, 60 whatever Laws of Power. Have you
Oh,
heard
that's
that?
great. Yeah, that's sick.
Sounds
I
like
can't
a good-
remember them all though. I can't remember them all, but one of them is not to open your mouth as much.
Right. Well, I don't agree with that.
Silence is very powerful.
I mean, silence is something you can use powerfully. It's also something you can bypass and still effectively do the effect. It's not necessary. It's
Why?
well, what I mean by that is ideally you approach something through a specific framework and you're managing how that the other party is framing the issue. And so on that ground, there may be times when it's of significant value to use silence more overtly and intentionally as a methodology of drawing information from others, which is what it's basically used for.
No, not. That is wrong.
Okay. Remember, okay, so let's set up a hypothetical so we can walk it through, okay? The hypothetical is as follows. There's a disagreement at work. You are, let's say, the employee.
Oh,
There's supervisor. Supervisor's busting your chops about something, but you think it's bullshit because you do a good job anyway overall, and this is a minor quibble. Little details shouldn't matter that much. That's your position as the employee.
crown me again. Or not? No. Yeah.
Okay, so talk me through it. Where? Explain to me how you're using silence not to gain information.
Because you're using it to display value. If you go talking about everything you know, then you don't. Then I don't know how to word it.
No,
You're giving away all your value, and you're not keeping any, and so your value decreases.
That is that
Somebody says all their
assumes
secrets.
that you're not going to increase it at all. You're
Oh, no, you
assuming
can
a
increase it.
finite.
You're depleting what you already have.
no.
Yeah,
But you're not building any.
you can build
Every
some,
moment
but
I have
you're going to
more.
lose what you've got.
No,
Probably not as much more as you previously had.
no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I probably end the thing 100
When you
miles
put
from where I
it up,
started it.
Yeah, this year, the amount of knowledge, whatever you got, is probably not as much as you'd have got when you went from like 20, 21, 22, 23.
Wrong.
No, not wrong.
Wrong.
No, it's not.
You're wrong.
You learn more when you're younger than when you're
That's
older.
not the case for me. I'm an EHP.
That's just incorrect.
You are incorrect.
Constantly.
Oh, no.
And via discussion.
Because your cognition is, I guess, not either. Look, I understand the limitations of how you think, but you don't understand the possibilities of how I think or how Audra thinks. We actually, as we learn more pieces, we compile them to be learning maximizers, such that every new thing we learn is links to more things, which in turn empowers the engine of linking further, so that everything we learn frames up and metas up until we learn one new thing and it applies to 100,000 different things.
Yeah, it's cognitive. But your
It's
brain
not
is
cumulative. That's what I'm
generating.
saying. It's not cumulative. It's exponential.
Yeah.
But you start degenerating when you get past 40.
Not me.
Yes, you
I didn't start living until I was
I'm
42.
denying that. So are you saying you're going to be 80 and you're still going to be able to have the same capacity to learn at that age than you are now?
I am not denying the fact that there may eventually come to be some sort of biological effects upon the brain that cause my learning